Good rides in and back. No, you won't see me in the back seat of a lag, but I'm sticking all of my plans up with tax. Trying to put the truth back in the game. I got facts.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
You sound good. You straight.
Yeah, man, I'm good.
Gucci.
I'm Gucci, man.
All right.
Look, I drown in that pussy, I'm swimming. We woke up to soak up the linen, rolling up just to replenish. You might fall in love when they finish. I came from humble beginnings. They still on my style and my image. Wait, tell them I need a percentage. I got zero love like it's tennis. I'm mixing the wine with the lovers. I'm twisted, I'm lost in the moment. Smoke till my eyes out of focus. Maybe I'm high, but I'm focused. I told her you bad like I omen. I'm good, I don't want it. Shout out to Mr. Miyagi, but we know a different karate. Wax on. Money stretch out like Pilates. My house so big, I got a lobby. But like this shit is my hobby. My money is long like Mojave. Bitches is thirsty, they get the mirage. She pull out my dick, need 2 hands to massage it. Feel like she got hit by a comet. Don't ask me nothing, no comment. She wanna gag till she vomit. She wanna brag all about it. I drown in that pussy, I'm swimming. We woke up to soak up the linen. Tell them I need a percentage. I got zero love like it's tennis. I got zero love. I got zero love like it's tennis. I got zero love. I got zero love like it's tennis. I drown in that pussy, I'm swimming. We woke up to soak up the linen. Rolling up just to replenish. You might fall in love when they finish. But I got zero love. I got zero love like it's tennis. I got zero love. I got zero love like it's tennis.
Got zero love like divorce papers. My new chain came with some more haters. Big country mansion on 4 acres. I'm a real player, not a horse saver. Digging her down super wet, we just met, but she might fall in love when I'm done. She a little ratchet, little bitch with the action. I send her right back to the slums. I don't give no fucks, Westbrook zero. Walker Holmes, baby, on the neighborhood hero. Big bag name, whole weight like a kilo. Rolling nice fucking 3 hoes, no CeeLo. Drop top, where you at? Abu Dhabi. Iced out. AP, whoa, Kimosabi. Head game 5, she a hot body. She tryna give it to me now, I'm on the phone, got it.
Pussy, I'm swimming. We woke up to soak up the linen. Tell them I need a percentage. I got zero love like it's tennis. I got zero love. I got zero love like it's tennis. I got zero love. I got zero love like it's tennis. I drown in that pussy, I'm swimming. We woke up to soak up the linen. Rolling up just to replenish. You might fall in love when they finish. But I got zero love. I got zero love like it's tennis. I got zero love. I got zero love like it's tennis. Yo.
Right on his pocket, put him 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 right on his pocket, put him
Welcome back.
Those some hard records.
Yeah, man. Definitely. That was Rowdy Rebel just now with A Boogie. 9 Bridge with a little belly, jumping it off. Moneybagg, yo, zero love like tennis. You know what I'm saying?
Are those new? All those new?
Yeah. Well, 9 Bridge, that been out for a little bit, but yeah, that think like a month or so. But yeah, that belly is new. That just dropped.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yeah, man. But we back again.
Episode 14.
Episode 14. Yes,
Yes.
sir. That's real podcast.
Still here.
Still here.
Again.
Yeah, man. Y'all know who it is.
Again.
Y'all
Happy
know who
Tuesday
it is.
to everybody that's listening. This is when, this is the vibe.
Definitely.
Sir Joshua.
We out here.
SEF.
For real. With the
Sir
consistency. I'm proud of Seth. I'm proud of me.
Thank you, man. I'm proud of you too, man.
For sure, bro.
Definitely. Yeah, man. The consistency.
God just gonna keep continuing to bless us, bro.
Yeah, I'm just I'm here to serve my my purpose, play my part. So just following the path that's laid out for me.
Yeah. I feel that.
Letting his grace and strength cover me as he continues to guide me. Lead me where I'm supposed to be.
For sure, man.
All praises due.
Yep. Flowing.
Hey, definitely. Shout out to Flaunt too.
Shout out to flowing too. Yeah. Like water.
It's hot out here, man.
Yeah.
But we kind of getting like shitty hot. Why Atlanta always be fucking around with the weather, man? It's like hot but raining and like foggy and shit. And like
that's just what it is, bro.
Nah, man.
That's Atlanta.
Fucking with the skies.
You grow to hate it.
Yeah, I guess. It ain't even that I hate it. Like, see, I'm past the point.
That's a strong thing.
I'm past the point of my life where like I don't really I don't hate shit, or I don't hold like negativity in my body and in my persons and stuff. So for me, it just be like I just be trying to come from a place of wanting to understand.
Right.
Like I just want to know why.
Right.
And maybe sometimes that's imposing to like ask or like inquire about. So, I live and let live. I feel like I've said that here before, but like, I don't really hate on shit. It just be like, I just may not understand why it occurred or why someone made that decision. But ultimately, if you can explain it to me and bring me into that world or, open my perspective, then I'm on for it.
Oh man, it's fun to hate. You gotta hate sometime, man.
It's not fun to hate, bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I wish.
Yeah, it is. You remember roasting? You remember how fun that used to be?
That wasn't fun for me.
That used to be fun.
It wasn't fun. I used to go home and be like,
You feel bad?
I really look like that? Like,
You feel bad?
Yes, sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes.
You know how we looked at it back then?
I don't.
Building character.
I guess. Well, maybe I'm quite the character. Who knows? I mean, I got roasted.
Oh shit.
I got fired on. I got roasted on a few times. I roasted back a few times, but that just wasn't
It was all right. So for me, it was more of like sport.
I was kind of like a clapback king.
Right. The one line.
I wasn't gonna spark it off, but I get you with the one line.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna let you get it off. Get it off. Get your shit off. Then I'm just finna kill you.
I'm gonna say that one thing. Everybody be like, "Oh, nigga.
I'm finna kill you," because I got a real good one. So you doing all these jabs?
See, I never even thought of it to that extent though. Too.
That's just how it, like, especially now. I'm not talking about like bullying, like all four niggas just roasting this one dude that's just in a corner with his like book bag on. But we talking about like everybody that was in the game of like roasting, like they come in with the busted sneakers, but they flaming everybody, and it's like, oh no, bro, I'm finna get you. I'm finna get you. So, that's just. I mean, I guess that's different. I don't think that's hate though.
I just always had a lot for people to go off of. I had a lot. I was easy material.
Yeah,
I was always easy material. People just, well, yo, skinny, short ass, 4-eyed, like a whole bunch of people just.
Yeah, I seen this
dude.
This dude that was just kind of like that though. He was like that, but it was like
but he liked that shit.
He was like Eminem, bro. Like this nigga turning on him, like Yeah, I'm taking all your little. All right, yeah. I'm ugly. All right.
I did that.
I got big eyes. All right.
Again, that shit just that didn't do anything for me. It didn't bring me no joy or fulfillment. It wasn't entertaining to me. It was just like, bro, why are we talking down on each other for fun? Like that just was always weird to me. But hey, I get it.
You know what people used to always say that?
No, I don't.
The people that couldn't roast.
Yeah, well, nah. See, it wasn't that I couldn't roast. I could roast. I just didn't enjoy the shit. So it's like, damn, why are we doing this, bro? Like, you ain't gotta do this, man. I'd rather, we could laugh about aspirations. Let me uplift you. Let me say, bro, you only gonna make 1 million instead of 10 million, nigga.
You saying all the real shit. I'm just fucking with you.
No, I feel it. I'm just telling you how I thought. Like, I feel like in high school, I feel like there's people who probably listen to it who like remember me in high school where I was kind of always quiet. I kept to myself, but people always thought I was funny because I just would always have like, that witty one line or something, like whatever. If I did actually speak, it would, I guess, be humorous or whatever the fucking case. But I just never really found that wasn't where where I got my entertainment from. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm twisted or cynical and shit. Like I found it more funny when, people I guess didn't really like say someone asked a question, like a teacher asked a question or whatever because someone was on their phone or something, like, hey, so the answer was what, and call them out. And then like they try to find like some like loophole as to why they might not know the answer, why they wasn't paying attention. Like that shit be funny to me as opposed to niggas talking shit about each other. I don't know, but that's just like me.
Yeah, that was funny as well though.
Yeah, no, I'd be cracking up at that shit. And then people be looking at me like I'm a dickhead. Like, bro, you an asshole. And it's like, nah, nigga, why you try to just say, man, my bad, I was on the phone. Like, because that's what I would do. I'd be like, hey, fam, you don't pay my bills. Yeah. I got a text message. It could be an emergency from my mom. You don't know. But don't try to call me out and put the spotlight on me. That's what you used to call it back in Pittsburgh. Spotlight on you. Like, don't put the spotlight on me because, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my phone and you make sure everybody's paying attention, quote unquote. Like, nah. And I know 9 times out of 10, I knew the answer. So you call me out, I'm gonna answer like, oh, it was such and such. Happened in 1958. Oh, yeah, you're right. But put your phone away, please. Nah. I got you. Like, I wouldn't say nah. I wasn't trying to be no.
Oh, that boy buck.
Yeah, nah, I wasn't trying to buck like that. But like, I'd be like, all right. And then I just.
People used to buck with the phones though. Like, bro, like same argument. Like, bro, this is my property. Yeah, I will leave your class before you take it.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I would
gladly leave your class.
If it got to that point, then yeah, I would say that. But like, I wasn't just outright bucking. Like, nah, hell no, I'm finna be on my phone. Like, all right, I'll put the phone away, but then I'm gonna still be on the phone.
Yeah, and then and then because some teachers, and not some teachers, all of them, they don't know like everything that like kids be kind of like going through because she was like really dealing with some stuff, and it was like, yeah, the family situations. It's like, all right, yeah, please let me leave. I'll leave, please, because I'm not getting on my phone right
now. I get it.
Yeah, and then on their side, I understand from the teacher side, you just doing your job. Like, if I'm up here trying to teach and you got a phone out, you know what that's going to lead to other children doing.
I feel it.
Now my job harder.
Yeah. Shout out to the teachers, man, especially, this time. Everything going on. It's already a strenuous task, like just taking on teaching, our future, the next generation. But in these circumstances that we've been in, it's just been a whole different ball game. And I feel like a lot of people in the education field, a lot of them, have been in that field for a long time. A lot of teachers, they kind of bounce around in different areas. They might do, daycare for a decade or do ring. Hold on. Pause real quick.
Okay.
And we're back. So what were we talking about? Oh, teachers and it being, strenuous and just the times we're in and it being difficult because there's been teachers who've been teaching for a long time and bouncing around different areas of teaching, whether it be daycare, high school, middle school, et cetera, et cetera. And, that's already a different experience and, trying to adjust and adapt to those things. But now with things kind of being more so solely digital, because digital has kind of been a thing for a minute, but now that it's kind of being like one of the only options, more and more places are opening their schools back up and things like that. But I know it's just been a lot for people to adapt to.
Yeah.
Digital, especially when you start talking about some of our elders and some of the older generations adapting and adjusting to those technologies.
Right. Yeah, my mom been in the health field for a while. I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but yeah, she I don't know. She said it's not really that different because they've been taking precautions because it's the health field. So I guess the ones that slacking, they just they make sure they tighten up now.
Mm. Yeah. Right. Speaking of tighten up, man, I know they're trying to get we were just watching, they're trying to get a lot of these Georgians vaccinated out here. They said we're one of the lowest states to be vaccinated in the country.
Yeah.
Are you going to get vaccinated?
Still sitting on it.
Weighing the options, seeing how it plays out.
I don't know if I'm really looking for that either. Just trying to. I don't know if I need to. Like if it come down to like I need to like when I get to a different point of like, okay, I need to travel here and stuff, and that's what's need to be done, then I'm doing it. But like until I guess kind of like really feel like the whatever for it, I think I'm good right now. That's what my mindset is today. But yeah. What about yourself?
I'm not getting vaccinated.
Okay.
Yeah. Standing firm. Yeah, that's not
like ever. Have you ever been vaccinated for anything? Of course, right? To get to school, public schools and shit.
I guess. Yeah.
I think it was a child.
Yeah, maybe it was stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But, it's a lot of guinea pigging out here. So I definitely, understand. But yeah.
True.
Yeah. But no, I mean I haven't been keeping up with the current events of this week. Or yeah, like this, especially this week. Just more damn, what the fuck? You heard it?
I did not.
Okay, cool. Might have been my headphones. Dang, I sound a lot better. It probably was my headphones. Yo, it went out again. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Do we have a short? Short?
I don't know, man. Mic check. It's stupid. But yeah, where was I, bro? My mind gone now.
Well, you were talking about how, people were like guinea pigs and stuff like that, but then you went into something else. But you kind of were starting it up, so I don't really know where exactly you were about to go.
Current events. I haven't really been kept up with current events as much. Well, as far as like Yeah, like actual events. I've been kind of digging into like a lot of different like melodic like R&B sounds and stuff. A lot of different artists. Like you listen to that new Georgia Smith album?
From like
I'll Be Back.
last month or 2
Yeah.
months ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Yeah, I heard it once back then, but then I came back to it. And her writing like skills is I don't know who all the writers were. I don't know if she writes all of it. I guess I need to look into that. But whoever was doing that, I really appreciated that. That was super like inspirational for me with like just some of the structure and like some of the writing. Like the how it be verse and then it's like the pre-hook, then it's the hook.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Hook, pre-hook, verse, then hook again, pre-hook.
You saying that's how she was structured?
That was one of the songs structure.
Okay. I mean, that's cool.
That's kind of cool. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to approach different ones, but that song really is like catchy because it's hook mostly, and then pre-hook, and then that verse.
Yeah, I've messed with that a little bit before. I had a song on my first album, Champion, and I kind of structured that. It wasn't so much like that formal, but it was verse, pre-hook, hook, pre-hook, verse.
And then I don't even doubt, like, people don't like, even think of it that way when they're writing.
Well, I was gonna say as a casual listener, but some people, as they're writing it, they probably don't think of that. Like, oh, this is about to be the A chorus, and this is the B chorus. Like,
but then again, some do. So I was going through that, and then of course like work and a lot of other transitional things. Yeah, man, life is like moving fast. It's like the universe is just rearranging things.
constantly rearranging. That is a fact. Moving fast, man.
Yeah. We just gotta keep them vibrations up to keep up and take advantage of, the things that we wanna capitalize on that's in front of us.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been harnessing that energy. Because I have not necessarily a large window, but a substantially above average window of opportunity. And it's almost like I've been granted like
Go ahead. I ain't gonna cut you off.
I got you. Well, it's almost like I've been granted this leniency of preparation, like being allowed to prepare to capitalize on this opportunity that's presented to me. And I'm not necessarily taking advantage of the preparation. I think I'm over calculating the preparation. Like I'm overthinking what I need to be prepared. Thinking too much about, how can I be as prepared as I need to be for this? And, I might already be prepared and just not necessarily feel it in my own.
But T-Pain said, go outside.
Oh, I'm outside.
Go outside.
I'm outside every day, actually. Contrary.
Not in the literal sense, but in the literal sense. But putting yourself out there. Is what
Yeah. Um. Yeah. And maybe that's what it takes.
I don't think it's a maybe. I don't know. I don't think it is. I can't even say I
I
think
think it's
anymore.
maybe simply because I've put myself out there, and it, it didn't alter anything, I guess, for lack of better terms.
Mm.
Um,
Well, it also comes down to consistency and how long.
and that's what it boils down to. So,
Yeah.
we watched something before we started recording about, the collective. It's like a black collective out here in Atlanta. Shout out to them
Mm.
at the collab crib. And
Mm.
they were talking about their story and how they came together and built this, I guess, vision to grow on social media and reach a certain number, certain platform, pretty much. But in that and watching that, they spoke on how you have to pretty much give yourself to that, give yourself to the social media. And I'm using social media because that was what they were, I guess chasing after was the numbers on social media.
Mm.
Um, so like I guess the one of the messages I feel like they were trying to give the viewers and listeners in that was you need to be fully, all in, fully devoted, willing, completely give yourself to that. And just going back to what I was saying briefly earlier about, I feel like I've, put myself out there. I've went outside, and even to a consistent, to a consistent degree. But then once you start breaking down consistent, that's kind of subjective. Like what's consistent to who, So that's a whole nother conversation. But
I think consistent is just showing up each time consistently.
but again, that's subjective. Like that could differ what showing up means to someone. That could just differ. So
not the social media.
maybe not. But I mean, my focus isn't on social media.
Right. Okay. So
So
just
that's like, with me, again, just preparation, proper preparation.
right.
I think when you combine preparation with opportunity, that's when you meet success. So the opportunity is there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not 100% confident that I'm as prepared as I need to be. And that's the only thing that's preventing that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I don't think I'm prepared. I'm just not as confident that I am prepared.
Mm.
I felt like there was moments where I was like, okay, I'm prepared. I'm ready. Boom, about to do this shit. And then it's like, And so then you step back because I don't want to step out with doubt. So we take a step back, make sure, everything is everything. And it's just been a weird cycle of like, okay, does the shoulders off. I'm good. Ready to step out. Then as soon as I start to lift that foot, some doubt or some shit. Something happens like a monkey wrench in life. It's like, And so you step back. But
the universe waiting on you to defeat them guys.
I mean, I guess.
Well, they ain't waiting on nobody, but that's what those challenges are usually like I feel meant to build us. And it's like, to overcome to reach that level of preparation that you're speaking of, because it's mindset as well. To reach those certain things you can't even perceive or see without reaching this level of mindset and understanding. and to be humble and to be able to say, like, I don't know everything and I'm willing to receive. And then it's like you just kind of like flow with it and you stand on like what you've kind of grounding yourself on. But I feel like for myself, this is kind of like I've kind of like turned it towards myself now. But it's like it's the questioning of these ideas and these thoughts that I've gained from like people in the past or certain advice things that kind of made sense then but don't make sense now, but still kind of like running off of it because that was what I was taught or that's what I had an understanding of how to handle this type of situation
Right.
because that's what made sense then. But now it's like, no, you got to have the discernment to be able to come back to yourself and be like, does this make sense for what I got going on right now, for what I'm doing, and what I want to be and what I want to trying to do and everything like that. So yeah, man, center. I'm in the dead fucking center, looking around.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it all makes sense. So I don't really let it sway me in anything. Like I was saying earlier, I'm really more of a vessel. So I just kind of I flow, man. I'm like water. I just kind of go with how I am being
Right.
pushed by the universe. I feel like I've gained enough knowledge to be able to differentiate when it's more of a
That should be tricky to me too sometimes. Like of course, like I know like the flow, right? You go but sometimes you catch yourself like paddling against that current and it's like, what you doing, man?
oh nah.
What you doing?
Yeah, I think so. I guess that kind of piggybacks, or that would support what I was about to say. Like me being able to differentiate the difference between a push from the universe or a push from a energy within close proximity, like someone who may be trying to influence me or someone who may be trying to motivate me or take advantage of me or whatever, push me, as opposed to the universe saying, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You may not want to deal with this or go through this, but I promise you this, on the other side of this, it'll make sense type shit. So like I'm able to differentiate when the intention of what it is I'm going through is ultimately for me or to serve someone else around me. And then, when it comes to that, I just pick and choose my battles because I'm not just gonna serve. I can't serve everyone. I can't please everybody. But in the same breath, you gotta, massage relationships and make sure, people are good and copacetic and stuff. So it's a balance.
Definitely.
But,
Definitely. Got it tatted on me.
the glyphs, man. Yeah.
So yeah, that's important to acknowledge.
On due time, man. I mean, I've been talking about it for weeks, man. The moment is right around the corner.
It's nigh.
Yeah, the time is nigh. Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
It's
summer right now, though.
Yeah, but winter is always coming.
Yes, it is.
Summer is right around the corner. Cancer season, few weeks away. You know the vibes. We in this
Cancer.
bitch. Yeah. Y'all know who it is?
Water sign.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And just further supports what I'm saying. I flow like the water because I am of the water.
Virgo, Earth sign.
Yeah, you're rocky.
It's grounded.
Very rocky.
We try to be anyway.
Yeah, you try to be grounded. It's just a bunch of rubble. It's really rocky.
What?
If you grab it the right way, if you put it in your hands,
sorry.
if you put it in your hands the right way, it's more like sand, and it's soft and it's great, and it's like, oh, this is awesome. But then if
Virgo people are like probably the most awesome sign.
I'll get y'all
It's
top.
like-
I get y'all top.
It's like top 1.
Top 5. Top 5, definitely. Maybe top 3, maybe. But that will have to think on that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I get y'all top 3.
What would be like the number 1 sign then?
I mean,
In your opinion,
is that
or are we like? I mean, because I know a lot about like my sign and like the sun, moon, and all of those, but I ain't really kind of like research like all the other signs like that. So I don't really know.
So my favorite signs. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to kind of boil down to 3
because I'm like a Libra moon.
Yeah, now that was going to be my number 1 was Libra.
Mm.
I was going to say Libra's the best sign with Cancer and Virgos.
Virgo's sign.
Being, now my shit, I'm all emotional. I'm a Cancer sun, a Pisces moon, and a Taurus rising.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Breaking down.
All the time. I be in the dark, man.
Yeah.
I be in the dark. People think I be like I try to explain to people who are like close in my life and like, I know I'm hard to communicate with, I'm hard to deal with and stuff like that. But I legit try to tell people like, look, I don't need I'm sorry that I didn't go to like, a psych ward or like get some doctor's note to say, hey, this guy is dealing with bipolar or schizophrenia. Then he needs these pills, 600. Right. I'm sorry I didn't do all that. But I've been through things. I have traumas and PTSD and all types of shit. I deal with depression for real. Like if anything, I would like to know maybe if I might have like some type of bipolar disorder or some shit like that. That's something that I've been trying to kind of dig deeper within myself to better understand, I guess, or wrap my head around. But as far as anxiety, social anxiety, and depressive anxiety, I deal with all that shit like daily. And it's that's just my reality. I'm not trying to look cool to social media, or I'm not trying to make my story widespread. Like, it's none of that, man. It's just the shit that I deal with. So when people are, in my life and I bring, I allow people close, I try to express that in the best way that I can without, I guess, putting that on people, if that makes sense. Like, I just don't want to exude negativity. It's not my thing. So I might have a lot of negative shit happening in my head, but I don't feel negative. I feel great. I feel awesome. I'm blessed. I know that I'm here for a reason. I know that I am supposed to be, doing something to better the flow in what's going on. Right. So I just don't dwell in that shit. But when I try to not let that shit come out and I'm trying to do, the keep pushing, it's like, sometimes people drag their feet or they don't quite understand, or the negative shit, they can feel it. Some might feel energy too. And so, you're dealing with things. You need to handle that and deal with that first. And it's like, it's not going away. Like, I'm about to be 30 next year. So I'm turning 29 in a few weeks. So I've tried a lot of different methods, whether it's medicinal, whether it's, physical therapy or not therapy, but physical things. I've tried a lot of different methods, and it's not going away, man. So I don't even know how we got onto this. I feel like I just kind of opened up a really sad, weird
I mean,
But
it ain't sad, but it's because it's real. I mean, people do go through these things. You're not the only one. Shit, I go through. Everybody, I think everybody I know, they just don't acknowledge it. Everybody go through depressive stages. Some more intense than others. Some more frequent than others. But people, especially if you black, especially if you black, and it like we it comes to that build up point where it's like, what the fuck? And you just like, short circuiting and you're not as productive and shit is just kind of haywire and shit. And you just be trying to get shit back on track and aligned and shit don't. It's just different pulls from a lot of different places, and then you like, what the fuck? Like, fuck all the pulls, and they all of that kind of stuff. Especially, I think a lot of, especially even in like uh entrepreneurship and creatives and all of this stuff. That's like extra, especially when you already kind of like feeling like that. So it's like an extra um stressor or whatever. But it's just about, like I said, though, it's like about mindset and just readjusting and seeing things in a different way, perspective or whatever, because it's like, then I physically feel inside things changing, like how I feel just by seeing things a different way and actually putting my my thoughts and plans and shit to the test, like manifesting it and creating it and making it happen. But it'd be really an in and out type thing. Like,
yeah, no, it's no out for me. Hasn't been an out for me, at least. I can't remember last time I haven't felt how I've been feeling. And again, I mean, I know I'm not the only person who feels how I feel. I don't walk around with that mind state of, oh, nobody knows what I'm dealing with or anything like that. Again, I come from a place of, I guess, just wanting to understand. So from me, on one side, wanting to understand, as opposed to just, fearing or hating something that I don't understand, I also, in that same breath, on the flip side, am willing to give whatever clarity is needed, But I think based on society and just the world we live in today, people don't really care for the clarity. People want instant gratification. Just give it to me now and make it make sense.
exactly.
That's kind of the bottom line with the
Exactly.
shit. So that's where the conflict lies with me, because it's not that I don't feel like no one can relate. It's just people are too caught up in shit to really give a fuck. And it's not even so much about giving a fuck about me. People don't give a fuck about themselves. If we all dealing with the shit, why are we all dealing with the shit? If we can consciously say, dang, man, if we black, then, we bound to just be, brought up and deal with traumas and have PTSD. Okay, so what conversations are being had then, whether it's in the communities or behind closed doors, to where we can shift that or change that, like to where
Those conversations are happening all around
now
the country.
like 2020, 2021, maybe 2019. But yeah, sure, yeah. That's dope. And that is great. That is, it's happening and the seeds are being planted. That's beautiful. But again, if you can wrap your head around the fact that you are, like, I don't know, I'm trying to find a way to like, I guess, make it an analogy, but then I don't want to make it an analogy because I was told by someone that, making analogies as opposed to just addressing what it really is kind of dancing around it. So, but I don't really know how to address it for what it really is. It's almost it's weird because this is years and years and centuries of shit we're talking about. So yeah, it's almost like
Remember I said about like, never mind. Go
no,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, just about like ideas from other people. But go ahead. What was you? I didn't want to.
I'm just trying to think of a proper analogy to kind of parallel what I'm saying or make what I'm saying a little more.
Analogies actually work for me in communication.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out a way to make it like make sense. Okay, so like, boom, we got the Ciroc, right?
Mhm.
We're drinking Ciroc, and everybody's like, yeah, man, you know, Ciroc's black owned. We got to keep, you know, uplifting the Ciroc. Then you got a whole group of people who come in and bring in the fucking, you know, I don't know, Bud Light. That's a really bad opposal because it's not even a hard liquor. I don't know what's
Belvedere or something.
Yeah, Belvedere. I guess. Yeah, some I don't know. Yeah, some white people shit.
Grey Goose.
Yeah,
Sure.
something like that. Nouveau.
All right.
I don't know. They come in with the Nouveau, right? Or Hypnotic, and they're like, yeah, man, but you know, this shit is good. And so now they got everybody on the Hypnotic. Everybody's drinking the Hypnotic. But while everybody's drinking the Hypnotic, they like, yo, why are we even fucking with this Hypnotic? Like the Ciroc was really where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Like it was helping us. Da-da-da-da-da. Yo, we should start fucking with the Ciroc again. And everybody's like, yeah, man, we should start fucking with the Ciroc again. Whole shipment of Ciroc come in, and that shit sits on the shelf. And everybody's buying out the Hypnotic still. Well, shit, since we still got all this Hypnotic, we might as well just, you know what I'm saying, keep rocking with the Hypnotic till there's no more Hypnotic. And it's like are you following? Is that making sense? Or should I try something else? I don't know. I don't know if that's making sense. But like it's almost like if we know that something is off. This is why I fuck with kids and like the future and shit, because they don't talk about it. They just move accordingly. Like, okay, no, this shit is wrong. I'm not doing that. and that's that. Like, it's not oh man, maybe we should. No. So if we know that something is off and we continue to bask in the offness that we're uncomfortable with, granted, it takes uncomfortability to change.
It comes with being comfortable with being in the uncomfort. Some people are comfortable in the wrong. Some people are. Like, you know, it's a routine. Like that's taught. It's like this is just what I do. It's become me.
It's more
it's
than
part of my
some.
life. It's part of what I've done. I mean, yeah, probably everybody. You know, yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of like a human thing that you that is meant to be overcome. Like, you know, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but you know, this is what I'm doing. Type thing. That's what you're saying. Doing something even though you know you shouldn't be doing.
Essentially, that's pretty much what I'm saying. But it's just so much deeper than that, because again, these centuries of, so it's like embedded in people. Like, it doesn't matter how much they tell themselves, oh, nah, this is fucked up. Like, we need to do different. We need to do different. They're going to continue to do the shit. They don't know any better to do any different. They just know I need to do different. But if you can't tell me what different to do, what different am I going to do? I don't know anything different. And me just not doing what I know is wrong, I can't just not do anything. Like, that's kind of the mind state of most people, I feel. And I mean, it's just like you told me, man. Just got to go outside. You just got to step out. You just have to step out. So bringing it all full circle, I personally feel like I've stepped out. I've stepped out of the center point numerous times to not only mostly better myself and benefit myself, but in some instances to, better and benefit those around me. And I either ended up in a worse position than when I stepped out, or it didn't make a difference whether I stepped out or not. So, yeah. It's just been these past few weeks and months. It's been kind of like, I look around and it's just, yeah, things are opening up and, summer's looking dope. And I got a lot of cool shit that I want to share with the world. But in the same breath, it's like, damn, man, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Maybe I just live too deep in my head and I don't know. I don't know.
No. I don't think you're alone in that. I don't know. Everybody don't have like I guess the strength to stay in that place for that long. It takes strength to stay in that in that place and just move on with a day. Like that's a lot of people don't have that kind of strength to kind of be stuck on that type of mode and move throughout their days and do regular shit.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
Like,
again, just adds to the social anxiety and all of that shit I was talking about. Like, it's difficult, man. This shit it's not no walk in the park. It's not sunshines and dandelions. But in the same breath, it's beautiful because I know what I'm doing this shit. Like, I know why I feel how I feel. I know why I think how I think. I know why I am how I am. And I'm pretty sure there are other people, because I'm not alone. I'm sure there are other people out there who know what I mean when I say that. So, when we're out here and we're working and we're doing this day in and day out and trying to, stay vigilant and stay above, water level, above sea level out here, it just gets harder, man. I don't really know how else to put it.
Finances, bro. That's just it.
Nah, man.
Everything
I don't
that
think the money
people be
got-
saying about like
I don't think the
above
money gonna do
water,
it.
struggling, trying to
I don't think the money gonna do it. The money will
trading time doing things that you don't want to do, really.
the money is only gonna cushion my time. It's gonna make it easier for, it's gonna make the fuck ups look smoother. That's all the money's gonna do. It's just gonna make the fuck ups look smoother. It's not gonna.
So it won't free you up from your day job and give you your life back. So money won't give you.
No, because if I had the money to freely invest in the things that I want to invest in, then
If
that
you
would
had
now
the
be
money,
taking up.
right?
So my day job now, granted, it's not something
because I got a day job too. I mean, and all of the blessings, and I get it for where we're at in this stage, but it's solving that, I feel, before you even, because you're too distracted by all this other stuff to even like.
But a lot
really
of the shit,
figure it out for real.
a lot of the stuff that I'm quote unquote distracted by is not even happening. It's so much. It's so much more than a workplace. It's so much more than, social media. Like, I'm feeling things. I'm seeing things from people I have no dealings with. I don't, But me being an empath, me being a vessel, me being a servant of the Creator, and I feel like I'm going on so many different topics and angles, but because of that, I can't, I don't that stuff doesn't bother me, like it's not the doesn't matter the workplace. Like I could be a millionaire, we could be on tour right now. There's gonna be some nigga that's on that tour bus with us that I'm gonna be like, bruh, I'm sick of this nigga.
Then he leaves.
Huh?
Then he leaves.
Not necessarily. What if he's the integral? Like, what if he's a integral?
But if he's
cog of
he's a virus in a virus of a cog, then he's gonna destroy what it is anyway.
But he might not be a virus. It might be personal. I could just personally.
Either way, we're gonna address it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, it's not gonna not get addressed. It's definitely not gonna not get addressed. But in the same breath, it's like, how worth it is it for me to step out on my own, whatever, my own disapproval of things or whatever the case. And yeah, never mind, because that has nothing to do with anything. That's just off on that's a super, super irrelevant tangent. So yeah, scratch that one. But yeah, ultimately, man, being a servant of the Most High and the Creator, man, like you gotta understand that these things are fleeting. All of this stuff here, it's fleeting. So yes, it bothers me to have to, spend 14 out of my 24 hours at some other company that I didn't invest in, that I'm investing my time and energy into, but I didn't actually put stock into, and I'm not actually seeing no ROI from outside of a little paycheck every couple weeks. Like, yeah, I don't really care too much for that. But ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, it's providing me with tools. It's helping me to build the tools that I need to put myself in position to actually, do more things that I'm truly capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I can't be upset at that. If that's where the universe put me at the point in time, it's where I'm at. I want more for myself. If I had more money, I probably wouldn't be working while I'm working. But I would still be spending 14 hours of my day doing something to get me closer and better prepare me to do the things that I know I'm fully capable to do.
Well, yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
None of that stuff bothers me. I feel like you were saying, like, having the money would alleviate a lot of that, and I don't think that per se is.
I'm saying alleviating from doing things that you don't have to do, or you don't have any interest in it except for just making money to get by. Or just, and that's thousands of people or millions, is just doing it to whatever. But then you got some people that like the service. I mean, like my mom, she loves her job.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not
about to
just
say,
all
I
about
don't think
that.
I could relate.
She does like nursing, and she loves that. I mean, but if you love what you're doing, whatever, that's the goal. I mean, that's true success. True success is like, it doesn't matter about being a millionaire or whatever. It's about having enough to do what you want to do, how you want your life to be. So you figure out how you want your life to be, and then you go after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man. With that being said, definitely finna turn up big time.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Big time. Don't wait on nobody. Don't hate on nobody.
Yeah. Yeah. The waiting on people part is what I have to continuously remind myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because
oh yeah,
part
you
of
straight.
me,
You don't hate on nobody. So
no, I don't. Like, honestly, like, man, I'm a
like the haters ball. Remember on Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, like I just don't have that in me. Like I don't really care to just talk bad about someone for any reason. Like there's no, even if I see someone, if I see something,
bruh, I can't let you cap like that. I've been with you. You do it.
I do it. I'm not gonna. I never said that I don't do it.
Oh,
I just said I don't enjoy it.
okay, got you.
There's been plenty of times where it's like, all right, I'm gonna look like a square ass nigga if I don't at least try to crack back at this nigga. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that shit wasn't fun to me.
Remember mall days when people used to walk by?
And they called me lame one time.
Well, not what you received, but like, you know, I mean, we
just cracking jokes on people.
Yeah,
I do that because I like to people watch.
Yeah,
but I don't. That's not even.
If somebody heard you out loud, they would probably say that was hating. You hating.
Maybe, but then I would explain to them that no, it was just is my mind is confused, so I'm not disrespecting the person. I'm finding humor in their decision making, which shouldn't be taken as disrespect. I just don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
That shit. I'm not stepping on no toes. Hey, I like the capacity to fully wrap my head around what you thought.
Mm-hmm.
What you was going through your head to say, oh, I'm gonna put on the Fendi slides with the Gucci socks, nigga, and the Ferragamo belt on the basketball shorts.
Hey man, what you doing, man?
So when he walked by, and I be like, damn, bro, I fit crazy. And it be light shit like that. Like I don't even really be going in on niggas. I be saying some light shit like, man, that nigga.
Nah, man, your laugh when some shit really like tickle you or whatever is like offensive in itself.
Really?
Because I got the same thing for myself. Like, bro, no, when
I
you
don't
laugh
think your
at some
laugh
shit,
is
bro,
offensive.
When you
it's just like, damn, that nigga
like
really thought it was funny.
Like if a nigga fall, right, and they hear my laugh, they gonna hate me. Like that nigga, whoever that is, laughing like that.
But that's not you hating. You might have just found humor in like how he fell. He might have tried to catch himself in the fall, and that shit might have just looked humorous, bro. Like, I don't think that's disrespect, and maybe I'm fucked up for feeling that way. But I've been disrespected a lot, so it's like a lot of shit. I just kind of maybe I'm passive aggressive, and it's like, I don't really see that as disrespect anymore. But I think it's only when you're trying to actually assault someone's character when it should be disrespect. Like, oh, that nigga dumb as fuck. He don't know how to put no outfit together. Now, if I said that about the nigga with the Fendi slides and the Gucci socks and the Ferragamo belt on,
slide you.
Yes, exactly. That's disrespect, bro. You look dumb as shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You don't know who told you how to put an outfit together. Yeah, that's disrespect. I get that. But if I be like,
they gonna look around for a camera, you say that.
I'd be like, damn, bro, that
Like,
fit
hold
crazy.
on.
That fit crazy. Like, okay, yeah, that fuck you mean by that, bro?
Bro, do I know you from somewhere, bro? Wait, hold on. Is this like a camera? No, you just said that to me.
Yeah. Well, you look dumb as shit. Who the fuck told you you could leave the house looking like that this morning? Like, and there's people who say shit like that about people.
Man, that's the South Side all day.
I just don't feel like I'm.
When we was talking about school shit, man, that shit, I remember. Yeah.
That's how niggas roast.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how niggas used to roast me.
They used to.
That's how niggas used to roast. And that's what I'm saying. I don't find enjoyment in that. I just personally don't find enjoyment.
I don't know. That was more the bullying part. That wasn't roasting to me. I seen like some, like, you know.
There's fun roasting.
It's like, bro, why you ain't gotta do it like that though. But yeah, I seen it. I seen a lot of, like, you know, I seen a dude get, you seen like somebody get dumped in the trash can?
No, I seen someone dump trash on somebody. Like, pick up the actual trash and dump the whole shit on them. But not dump a person in the trash can.
Yeah.
The only person
because they was trying to bam, like on the last thing, like
yeah, locked up and shit.
And you know, little dude, you know, I got you.
No, sir. Yeah, I'm about to. Yeah.
In the gym trash, you know, the gym trash can, that big tall,
yeah.
that roll.
Yeah. And they probably fell in the trash.
Your feet like on the cartoon.
It ain't tip over?
No, damn. You just roll it down the hallway.
Damn, son.
You're like, hey, bro.
I'm gonna send you to the custodian, homie. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know how he got out because I left.
The
After
only
that,
person I seen that was small
I felt like that
enough
was a good spot to leave.
to pretend. Right. I'm gonna just go ahead and excuse myself.
I'm out of here.
I'm gonna head out. No, the only time there was this one kid, I forget his name. I didn't, but um he he used to buck, man. He was like a real short kid, but he was just real snappy, man. He always had like he was funny. Like he had some funny shit to say, but he just always had some shit to say. Like he was always ready to talk some shit. And so one day he was talking, I think we had a substitute teacher or some shit like that. And we was in class with one of the football players. But yeah, man, he was messing with homie, man. And bruh picked him up. He picked him up and like slammed him on the ground. But like fucked him up though, like for real. Like he popped his shoulder out of place or some shit. Like it was some wild shit. And he had to leave. Like they both had to leave. And that shit was wild. Because at first everybody was like laughing because he was, talking shit and instigating, hyping shit up. But then when he picked him up, like he grabbed him by his collar and like, mind you, bro is like, he a football player. This nigga like 6'5", tall as shit. And bro is like 5'2", 5'1". So like, when I tell you he lifted this man up, like his head was almost on the ceiling type shit. Like he had that nigga up in the air for real. And he just dumped that nigga. And fell all up on his like head and shoulders. But like he tried to roll over it. His arm was looking real wild.
Jesus.
His arm was looking real wild. And
See, y'all really hurting people.
Get out of here. But again, that's what I'm saying. You see shit like that.
We don't condone the violence.
You be in the neighborhoods, you be in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Niggas roasting and shit, and then go from roasting to bamming, locking up and shit or whatever. That shit ain't fun. I don't want to crack jokes, and then it had to result in us like on the concrete. Yeah, like no. You said, did I? Hey, once in a while, that wasn't like a constant thing for me. Niggas did it, but I might have did it only 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, me too. I ain't really like slap out, but when I first moved out with my mom, I used to stay with my aunt first, like half of my life, a little bit, and then I stayed with my mom, and I got in this neighborhood, Fairway Point and shit, and the homie that I met over there, he had some boxing gloves, and he had like a little bag. He said his dad, he'd be boxing and shit. And I was like, bro, you got another pair? He's like, hell yeah, you trying to do a match? And I'm like, oh, nigga, what? For real? We finna like box. Like, for real. Like, on TV. Because I was in like middle school. I hadn't seen no real boxing gloves outside of a like gym. I think John was in like boxing when we was younger, and we seen him for a little bit. I think he did box for like 2 weeks or something.
Word. Shout out to John, man. You got to come through.
Yeah, man. He's
supposed to be here.
Yeah, supposed to be here today, but he had some kid obligations. I understand. Father of 3. Shit happened, but
boy, almost at that Offset level. Oh wait, no, Offset. What? He 5 now because he had culture.
Like that.
Cause he dropped Father of 4.
Man, listen, the guy that Moneybagg, he had all the kids on that skit.
Hell yeah.
I think they were about like 6. I think I counted 6. I think it was like
I think it's 8.
Oh shit! Wow, I didn't miscount that.
Yeah, he had all his kids on that skit.
Oh, love you, Dad.
I love you. I just call and tell you I love you, Daddy. That shit hard, bro. Shout out to Moneybagg, yo, man. That album was awesome. I love that album.
It was hard. He turned it up, definitely. Not that this shit wasn't fired before, but he definitely took like, all right, no, I'm about to get more melodic and really getting these schemes on y'all. If y'all want that for the mainstream shit, I got you. And I can see that.
Oh, hold on. Got you. 1 second. Cause we speaking on some new music. I don't know if you heard the shit that just dropped, man. Hold up. I got you. Give me 1 second. I just gotta find the right one.
Yeah, it's all good.
I gotta find the right one. I don't know where that shit is at. Is it that? No, it's not that one.
Oh shit, I gotta catch up on the shot.
Here we go. Whole lot of new music dropped this weekend. It's that new Lil Baby, Lil Durk, man, Voice of the Streets, man. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who it is.
Change my name to the kid, that's a baby go. Keep it J like I started up OVO. You can get a percent, but I want the most. Got a house with a lake, so I bought a boat. About to switch up a play, that's an audible. State to state, private jet with some model hoes. Had to run up more dollars than followers. Me and Bay take the week off in Cabo. Like to gamble, I'm playing the lotto. I'm betting it all, cause I know that I got them. Remember me, I was driving Impalas. We don't beef if it's problems, we solve them. I remember that dude through revolver. I bought for my partner, he died in an argument. They was hating, that's why I'm way farther than. Remember asking my mom where my father been. And ain't no talking that fire, what I'm trying to get. If niggas cuffing these hoes that the crew done been had. Get them rats at the bank, put it right in the bag. Say he wouldn't do that, but he would if he can. How about Macho with John, like we playing the band. I come straight out the mud, I ain't been in no sand. 20-hour fight had popped me in sand. I got 100, y'all more fucked on the fan. I had think about it, I can't end up on shade room. Everything that I hear, I done paid for. You know what I can bring to the table. I can tell if it's real by the label. We had TV, but we didn't have cable. Now I'm richer than all of my neighbors. I wear my chain proud as a trophy. I'm with the same crowd. I don't got the same mind, you don't know me. You don't gotta do it loud, keep it low key. I'm tryna be here for mine, I can't hold you. The 40 autos, 24, this for Kobe. I shouldn't have to say you know that
Baby,
you
man.
You ain't got
Lil Baby was going crazy on this
Hats
shit.
off if you keeping it real. It's
He
so
was
easy
going
to fall
crazy.
beat him to fate.
Whole
Dirt the voice, cause he know just what it say. I'm the hero,
Lil
I
Durk
come
too.
to say
Come on,
today.
talk to me.
Hats off if you keeping it real. It's so easy to fall beat him to fate. Dirt the voice, cause he know just what it say. I'm the hero, I come through say today.
Bitch, I'm a D-boy, do it for T-Roy. I'm on you forever, that just word to V-Roy. I'm with the killers forever, the Trinity just in me. The Grammys can't change me for nothing. I like the bitches who let me just offer them cash. You never gon' ask me for nothing, never gon' switch. Only time I ever switch is a Glock with a motherfucker button. Rappers be running back telling them bitches we hit it, that's why I don't be telling them nothing. 4 TF, only the following with 4 pockets full, but we keep it 100. That shit solid, I done took losses, I done turned robbers to killers and bosses. I been that nigga from way back, way before Uzi was driving the cross. We just a family, we never recruited. Click full of killers, we choosing to shoot. Someone tell Kanye and Kim to just stick to the script, but just tell them to free Larry Hoover. Me, I'm the voice, baby, the hero. Drive like Michael Jackson, yeah. Been in a minute, it's crazy, I'm winning. Only feel like I've been rapping a year. Let a nigga play with me, I'm ready. My bitch getting rich off cosmetics. Life off, they done free my daddy. Lights off, I couldn't see my belly. 2010, I had a gun in my belly. 2011, I was fighting my celly. 2012, I signed my deal in Cali. 2021, I'm big as Cali.
I wear my chain proud as a trophy. I'm with the same crowd as the brodies. I don't got the same mind, you don't know me. You don't gotta do it loud, keep it low key.
Yeah, man.
Fire.
Yeah, man. That whole shit was rocking.
Fire.
It's like 18 tracks on that bitch.
I can't believe I missed that. I gotta listen to it.
Yeah, man. Voice for the heroes. Voice of the heroes. I might.
Two?
Nah, I just can't remember if it's voice of the heroes or voice for the heroes. But Lil Baby, Lil Durk, their new project, man, that shit is rocking. Y'all check that out. Lloyd Banks also dropped some new shit, man. I was really excited about that. You know, I'm a huge G-Unit fan. 50 Cent was one of the reasons why I started rapping. So, yeah man. But fun fact in that, granted, he was one of the reasons I started rapping. Lloyd Banks became one of my favorites in G-Unit. Like, once, like, you know.
I think he was a lot of people's favorite besides 50.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed, you know, Hunger for More. I feel like he had, outside of Get Rich or Die Trying, because, you know, that shit's just held to such a high regard. But outside of that album, I think he had the strongest debut between him and Game. So Hunger for More.
I was just finna say, the documentary?
Yeah, the documentary was definitely a strong debut album.
Love it and hate it on the downs on top.
That's one of the worst songs.
That's a single, right?
It was a single. Of course, you know, 50 Cent didn't want any singles without him on it.
Mm-hmm.
So every single that they had, he had to at least have some ad-lib, whether it was him doing the at the beginning or whatever.
And what he was saying about the, what you say, Melissa Ford driving a Honda Accord.
Oh, Game.
Yeah.
That was the next album though, right?
Was it?
Yeah, that was Devil's Advocate. That was on Gonna Get Far. Far.
Okay.
Shout out to Kanye.
Damn, I gotta go back to that album.
Far. Yeah, Devil's Advocate was hard too. That was not, and it's crazy because when that came out, a lot of people was off a Game because he was already beefing with G-Unit by that time.
Mm-hmm.
But that album was hard. I remember telling people and shit. Like, bro, y'all sleeping, y'all ain't buy. And then it's like, it looks the same. It's just the black cover of the documentary. It looks just like the documentary. I was like, hey man, look, clearly he has a theme, he has a vision. Like this is I don't know. I enjoy Devil's Advocate strongly. He still worked, as much as he could with Dre. Granted, Dre didn't have as much input on Devil's Advocate as he did the documentary, but I think that that album was good. So yeah, so definitely something to revisit if you haven't. Game has a great discography.
Yeah,
a lot of people,
I remember
have a lot to say about him. But his discography is great.
Yeah, I definitely checked out each. I know I heard each album at least once, but it was like to be my vibe sometime. It's just like maybe just the East Coast in me. It's just like
I feel
it's super West.
Yeah, no, I guess that's just another thing with me. Like I've always kind of been like a huge West
and it's
Coast.
weird because I feel like TDE kind of like bridged that sometimes. Like it's East, but it's like West too, like styles.
Yeah, because I feel like they,
even though they all from the West,
they just adapted to how people on the East were sampling. People on the East sample different than people on the West sample. That's all it really boils down to. The sampling, the beats that are heavily sampled on the West Coast have more of a funk bounce to it, whereas on the East Coast it's the boom bap, rugged hip hop gutter. So I feel like TDE kind of bridged that gap to kind of bring that smooth West Coast bop vibe, but use like East Coast type drums and like patterns to where it gives off a East Coast or a more authentic hip hop feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. That's why I fuck with TDE how I do, man. Kendrick right around the corner. Right around the corner.
That's what you feel?
That's what I know. But we will let the cards play how they were dealt.
Let my boy Isaiah shine first.
Isaiah did what he did. He dropped his single. He definitely dropping The House is Burning. Definitely. That's right around the corner as well. I mean, I told you, man, TDE's it's gonna be SZA. SZA,
Them niggas like Marvel.
K-Dot.
They in Marvel mode right now. Like
that is a fact. That is a fact.
Like, Marvel low key, but they were like, all right, I'm gonna give y'all these shows, prepping for,
Yeah, go on, drop your Justice League, man.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, y'all get that guap. Get that bread.
Justice League,
we finna drop this amazing fucking insight. Just a little tad bit with the Scarlet Witch, Then come with the Captain America, with the new black Captain America thing. Just a little tidbit. Let you know what's coming.
Yeah, TD is definitely about to push the button. I'm gonna be right there in the mix, like I was signed.
I'm looking forward to hearing Daylight on some of these projects.
Daylight's been spazzing, man. Shout out to Daylight, him and Punch. They've been going crazy. Itchy Don, all them guys, man. Yep.
Doing it big.
But yeah, man, Banks' new shit had a whole bunch of dope features. I seen Benny and Griselda guys on there. Ransom was on there. He had Vado on there. Few other people, like mostly, some New York legends. I think Freddie Gibbs was on the track, and that shit was crazy. Dope album though, man. It was good to hear Lloyd Banks.
What Gibbs from?
Gibbs from Gary, Indiana.
Oh yeah. He looked like it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And that ain't even knowing in an offensive way. It's just
he looked like it.
Yeah, man. I met some other people from Gary, Indiana that was kind of like that vibe. And even like
ESGN.
I feel like he tall. I haven't seen this nigga in person. But
yeah. Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah, like and then Gary, Indiana people that I met was like goddamn 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, you look like you from Gary. And that's just my perspective, but I'm pretty sure it's way different people, a lot of different people. But yeah,
shout out to Indiana, man.
I remember the Pacers, man.
I remember the Pacers. like they are no longer.
They ain't for me. I'm really being off for sports.
Hey, shout out. Yeah, I'm about to say, let's talk sports, man. Your Hawks boys in the playoffs, man. What they doing? Hey, in the playoffs, they just knocked off the Knicks. Everybody thought the Knicks was about to, you know what I'm saying, do it big. Yeah. And they got them the fuck up out of here, man.
Trae Young.
He doing it.
And the rest of the team.
Light-skinned LeBron.
How
about that?
I don't know about all that.
Oh, you ain't gonna rock for your mans like that, man?
That is my, but I ain't delusional.
I ain't delusional.
I know.
Hey, man, he out there balling.
I know what LeBron done did.
What was that?
You see how many rings he got?
He's not. He got knocked out first round. First round.
The records he unbeat.
First round.
You see what he been doing?
This is the first time in his career he's knocked out in the first round to the playoffs.
He getting up there, man. But you know, the playing with the AD kind of like, you know, he got hurt, and then the whole plan got whatever. But you know, he ain't Superman.
Shit.
But compared to everybody else in the league, he is.
I guess. Need to bring my boy Dame over to the East.
Lebanon James.
Let Dame Dollar get some of that East Coast shine, man. Bring him over. Shit, I know he won't play in Atlanta.
But no, I have been like off of sports pretty much. I haven't really been.
Yeah, I haven't really been following up, but I am a Lakers fan, so I guess subsequently get
compelled.
Not necessarily feel compelled. I get news about the Lakers because LeBron is on the Lakers and LeBron is LeBron. Mm-hmm. So I just get news about my teams. But I just happened to see the Hawks, man. They made it to the next round playing against the Sixers.
They always winning, man.
They
even when they not. They are.
They not though.
They are. Even when they not.
Just a quick
the Hawks.
Quick applause for the Hawks.
Bruh, you know, when I knew it was just bad for us, when I seen a billboard that said, "We may not win every game, but we're sure to give you our best effort. Come watch the Hawks."
That's hard. I like it. It's not false advertising. I like it. That would make me want to come out to the game. If they're gonna give it they all every time, then I want to at least experience that one time.
Yeah.
One time. Even if y'all may not necessarily be giving it y'all all. Y'all damn sure made me feel like, you know, from marketing that y'all finna give it y'all all. So I fuck with it. I mean, I appreciate it.
I appreciate the players that's giving it they all, but coaching and team, whoever in them offices, man, y'all been fucking up a long time. Long time. I really don't understand it. How everybody just kind of come through our city and then go somewhere else, and then they blow up and be like superstars.
I mean, a lot of people say that about like the Knicks and stuff too. That's why I was really big for like y'all matchup this past series or whatever, because the Hawks are playing really well, but the Knicks have a really good a solid overall team.
Like at this point, it's like, you know, if we don't win, like, you know, the playoffs or whatever, and then shoot, maybe one more time next year, Trae Young is getting traded. And then he gonna go win the championship somewhere.
Yeah, because then Schroeder get a champ.
Yep.
He got a ring.
After he get up out of our team.
Schroeder got the chip.
I think he went to the Lakers, right? Yeah.
Gonna get me one.
Yeah.
I ain't about to play with me.
Yeah, I'm proud. I be clapping it up for him now. Guess who about to do it in football? Julio Jones getting up out of here.
Oh, true.
Gotta go get that ring. How you the number one receiver for years in the NFL? No ring. No, man.
Because the team.
I gotta go.
It take more than a receiver.
Especially in the NFL. Of course, I know this.
Yeah, it take more than a receiver.
But it's like, you know, but I'm not finna be here.
Yeah, I'd rather be somewhere where people understand that.
Yeah, where we're rebuilding, and it's gonna take years to get to even thinking about like Super Bowl shit.
I feel it. Speaking on football, shout out to my boy Juju coming back to the Steel City, Steel Nation.
Still a Steel team?
What? Come on, man. We about to get that 7. We want to let.
Sorry.
We about to. What are you talking about? We
Did
wanted
something
to.
happen to Tom Brady?
No, he went to a different team. I guess.
Oh,
but yeah, we wanted to let
who
him.
won the Super Bowl last year?
Tom Brady, because we wanted to let him catch up and feel good.
How long was he with that team?
He just got to the team.
Just got to the team, right?
That's beautiful. That's great. Who all did he bring? How much?
Man.
How many of his groupies did he bring over?
I don't think that matters.
Oh,
They still got to fit into the system. Because that's what everybody argued.
He brought
right?
his system.
Everybody argued.
He brought his system. He brought his system.
No,
Tom Brady brought his system to Tampa Bay.
The O-line was not the same thing.
Hey, Tampa, I'm the captain now.
No, listen. Okay, so ain't nothing wrong with having fucking system. Like, you come in and tell people like, hey, this is how shit gonna go. You gonna do this, you do this. That's a system.
That's what
it's
he
cool.
did.
I got this.
That's what he did.
But people were saying like a system around him, as in like, if it wasn't for Belichick, if it wasn't for the team of New England, Tom Brady wouldn't be who he is. He wouldn't be so great.
No,
All
Tom is a monster.
Let me get the fuck about this town. Go to Tampa Bay. Win the Super Bowl.
Bring the people that I know
year.
I can do this with.
Bro, he didn't even bring... Who did he bring with himself?
Gronk.
That's the only person.
He brought other people. I just don't follow the Patriots enough to know who.
I think it was probably like 3 other people.
Yeah, that's a quarter of a roster.
No, not for football.
Okay.
You know how many players out there?
20. And there's 11 on the field. So that's a quarter of the roster. That's almost half the line on the field.
You're not counting the... you ain't counting the bench.
He brought half the on-field team.
3 players. 3 or 4 players.
3 or 4 players. That's 4 or 5.
And then make him invincible. All right.
It's not about making him invincible.
Right.
It's just, hey.
You know how hard it is to do that in a year, bro?
Listen, give credit where it's due.
That's never done.
It's not.
What we were just talking about with the Falcons, they got 5 the projections of even trying to get back to the Super Bowl, probably like 3 to 5 years.
Hey. But
this man pick up, go to another squad. I wasn't even in the Super Bowl.
And then implement his system and say, hey, this is how we're about to do things. If you guys want to win, I'm going to tell you what we need to do to win. And the team said, bet.
I'm just saying, you saying that like it's just, yeah.
Because yes, that's
everybody
what
it don't.
Everybody's not Tom Brady.
Exactly. All right, cool. I guess you got my point then.
I get it. I understand. But that don't take nothing away from the fucking Steelers still being one of the greatest organizations in the NFL. So yes, if we have the most championships.
Did I say that?
Your whole argument was, but who won? Oh, yeah. How'd he win? He did it. When did he get there?
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
They're just not in the conversation anymore. I didn't say they didn't
because we was chilling.
Yeah.
Playing possum.
Yeah.
Hey, man, y'all get y'all rings. Get y'all rings up. We got 6. We been had 6 since 2010.
The only conversation
a decade went by and someone just now caught up to us.
Roethlisberger freaky ass.
A decade.
Out here.
A decade.
Wow.
His freak ass played for a decade.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady couldn't catch up.
Tom Brady, he ain't got more rings than Tom Brady.
He just caught up. Exactly.
Ooh, you talking about the Steelers and they old ass rings? Or you talking about?
I'm talking about the franchise. Yes.
Are you talking about Ben Roethlisberger?
Ben Roethlisberger has 2 rings, I think.
Okay.
Which may not be as much as Tom Brady has. I think Tom Brady has 3 or 4.
Nah, he working on 7
on his own.
On his own.
Well, there you go. So that's what's up. None of that has nothing to do. That's Tom Brady though. That has nothing to do with the organization. I'm talking about the organization, the franchise, the team. So you're saying that the Patriots weren't shit without Tom Brady. I agree with you on that. The Buccaneers probably ain't shit without Tom Brady. We know that because they've played. What was that? Their first ring? That was their first championship. So. Excuse me. You can.
How do you? And it's a team game, definitely.
Are we getting?
But to be so,
are we being real, or are we just going to champion the man? Because I can be real.
Let's be real.
He's a robot.
All right.
What
do you mean?
He is genetically modified. to perform at high rates.
So he like Captain America in
Sure.
football world.
Sure. There you go. Yeah. That's one way to put it.
I guess that would kind of make sense. Only, but it would, but nah.
Okay.
Nah.
But nah.
Nah.
You feel me though, right, Jack? Yeah.
When you see, I just feel like that man put in the work to get to where he was at.
He did,
and I don't
absolutely.
Want to
but
say
in the same
no
time,
type of any type of story to discredit that.
I'm not trying to discredit the man.
Like, hey, I got some shit on my arm. Fuck all the hours I put in.
I'm not talking about steroids and nothing like that. I'm
I'm talking about metal arm, robotics, cybernetics, nanotechnology.
I can't fully disclose what exactly may be the inner workings of his procedures and operations. Mm-hmm. I don't know about none of that. But what I do know is, like you said, he worked hard to get where he's at. As you're working hard to get where you're at, you are also aging, and your body is depleting.
Yeah, and his game changed too.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not gonna move as much.
So after a certain point, yeah, and that's adapting. But in that same breath, in that same regard, once you have certain access levels of certain things, you can go into certain rooms and have certain conversations and say, hey, look, I want to be able to continue my game. I want to be able to continue to thrive and, maximize my potential. And, there might be some people who can help you with that. That's all I can really say about that. And so all I'm saying is it's not too far-fetched that he has done that. Not that it's not too far-fetched. He's done that because that's what people do when you want to continue on with something. It's like Botox and shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to look younger for a few more years. Go get, get the little shot real quick, little Botox shot.
It's so funny that you brought that up. And I saved this because I seen it online. Perhaps in like the visuals or something, we can put it up. But
yeah. But see,
it's
but the key word is what it's saying here at the bottom. It's been perfected by now. So you pay attention to that. It's not about so much of that. It ain't.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying, like going into like nano or like even like on a cellular level of just rebuilding and restructuring.
GMO.
Or deeper than that, atoms. Yeah, like going deep.
Yeah, GMO, atoms, GMO, silicone, GMO. Just it's different things, man, out there. I'm not trying to turn this into one of those podcasts, but even though we kind of touch on a lot of shit, but yeah,
you gotta get Joe Rogan.
You go, do your research, man. It's all out here. It's public information that people can, look for if they're looking for it, and you learn about some things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, shout out to Tom Brady, shout out to LeBron, because he another one of them, and they just want to play at the best level that they can play, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you've worked to that point to earn that status and earn those accolades.
Right, and then I guess it's just me, and I'm not even, like I said, I've never been that heavy into sports, but I do see the growth or the difference in like how a person may play the game, or that being basketball or football. So that has something to do with like in them, like intelligence and being prepared for those different moments. Like it's like, when they do them replays and like, bruh, how did he know he was gonna be like right there, and then this was gonna come here, and then it's like he ain't even look, and then that shit just went over there, and then. The receiver wasn't even ready really for real. That's why he kind of stumbled with the ball, but he got it, and his touchdown is like he looking surprised, like how the fuck did he get that throw off?
Tom walking back with that nod.
Like, yep.
I did that.
Yep. I knew you were gonna be it. I ain't need to see you.
It's really me.
I need to see you. That's why, like, when I remember when he was with New England, and when Chad Johnson came up there, he was trying to do his own thing. He didn't last too long because it was like, no, man, you just can't come out here freestyling no routes. Because I'm
getting the system.
Right. You doing a curl, bro. I told you to go that way. I'm not looking at you. I'm throwing the ball. You got me looking crazy. They like, damn, Tom, that was way off. And it's like, I think Chad went the wrong way. He's not just throwing that shit that way for nothing.
Chad came in there like, and I'm a star.
Out the game after that. He ain't play. I ain't see that man back on the team on the field after that. After that play, he's getting traded.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get with the program sometimes, man.
Especially if you join the program. It's like, don't come in to be a virus to the program.
I mean, I wouldn't say strictly because you join the program. Sometimes you join the program to disrupt the program. But there are some times
if that
where
was his
you
goal,
join the program to benefit from and with the program.
I'm pretty sure he was trying to benefit.
I mean, no.
You don't think he was trying to benefit?
If he was trying to
being on the
benefit,
Patriots?
he would have. If he would have followed suit. He would have played how Tom asked him to play. He would have.
He wanted to benefit in his way. He wanted to make that team his. Tom ain't the only superstar. Chad Ocho Cinco is here
so
now.
that's disrupting. That has nothing to do with benefit. Like no one wins off of that. I'm just trying to prove.
I was just talking about him benefiting his way.
He didn't even benefit from that because, like you said, what game has he played?
Exactly.
So that's not beneficial. That's just disruption. You're just trying to prove a point.
Yeah, I guess I was just speaking more on his intention. But yeah, it definitely didn't benefit.
Maybe ego-wise. Yeah, ego-wise, I can see how egotistically you would think, oh, I'm the hottest commodity, I'm trending topic, nigga. After this, nigga, I'm fucking this whole shit.
And it's like, look, I'm open. And it's like, bro, but that's not part of it's fine, you're open, but that ain't where I thought you was gonna be at. I thought he was gonna be over.
Yeah. So I get how that could be thinking that's beneficial, but it's ultimately disruption. I don't because I don't feed off ego.
I'm like, man, nah, man, you want me to go over here with all these it's congested over there. He's like, bro, I'm fire. I can get it right through that window. It's fine. I just want you to get where I need you to be at. No, man, I can get it wide open. Okay.
Don't matter.
Okay. Well, go get wide open somewhere else. And then he go get somebody out of the grocery store and turn them into a superstar. Because they listen.
Follow the system.
Just follow the system, bro. I'll lead us to the promised land.
Yeah, sometimes, you gotta give it a program. Man.
Like Kobe, man. Shit, man. Everybody talk about how he was playing. Shit, that shit. He had an amazing career.
I would have loved to have been under his tutelage.
Amazing career.
I would
definitely took the ball into his own hands. Like
that would have. I feel like that would.
Oh, y'all want to play? All right.
The people who got the the privilege and the blessing to play with him, play in that in that same tenure as he played.
I heard he was hurting some feelings out there now, like Mike.
But I feel like those people are special people now. Like he kind of helped them to become a lot stronger than they felt like they needed to be, or probably.
Right. To speak on that, I watched a clip with Shannon Sharp like during the week. And he was talking. Dang, I can't remember the player he was talking about, but he was talking about
the guy who hasn't been into sports.
Yeah, right. I just be catching little clips. It's crazy, but I don't watch no game. I haven't watched a game in a long time, but I watch. I still
highlights
follow.
And shit.
Yeah. And then Shannon, I just like the way he talked, like his
point of view and shit.
And just him on screen talking like how we're talking.
Yeah,
he's good at it. But he was talking on like it was a guy Michael Jordan, I think, was kind of like a rookie that he was kind of like coaching up, like doing
Kwame Brown.
Yeah, and they said that he was too hard on him, and he think that Michael Jordan is the reason why he couldn't excel like he could, because you can't talk to everybody like he
with
was
that
20, type of way.
He was 21 coming into the league playing with Mike.
So when you beating him down like that at that age,
and he's not fully developed as
an
adult. He don't really know how to process.
That's exactly what he was saying.
I didn't actually see the full clip of him talking, but I seen like the post about it. Someone else was speaking on it. But I've been keeping up with Kwame Brown. Actually, he has a YouTube page. I think it's Kwame Brown Scum Life or something like that. Some shit. But he pretty much he streams every day, and he just talks about, you know, sports, the industry, different things in the field. And I like Kwame Brown's perspective, but yeah, I mean, that's a perfect example of someone who may have came up under, you know, a heavy-handed leadership
Mhm.
or something like that, and might not have known the best ways to deal with it or the best ways to maybe process that type of energy.
Mhm.
And
Or like what he was saying is not even his job to process. It was Mike's job to figure out the best way to communicate to him.
Right. As a leader, that's what you're supposed to do. Find the
Right.
best way to meet your followers or your people who are with you.
Like
meet
you don't
them
talk
where
to
they
your big
are.
man the same way you talk to the point guard. Like
I mean, but sometimes you should.
big man,
Maybe.
you want
It
him
might
to
call
be
for
like
that
in the whole.
sometimes.
I mean, but it's like you
It's
know,
not every time.
yeah. But when it comes to like managing people, it's like you know, it's learning your players.
Yeah, people are different, so you got to meet them where they are. And
Because some people will shut down, and now it's like, man, this nigga suck, man. God, get out of here, man. Like, dang, you just can't get it together. But then he goes somewhere else, and you got a good coach. Like, no, man, just try it again. And then you know, you're
Right.
like, now you on fire.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, we've even dealt with that, you know, working on the mall. You know, we used to have like different challenges and things like that. And some of the people we worked with, they would, you know, indulge in like challenges within the challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like we'd
Exactly.
have goals, but then they'd be talking shit each time. You know what I'm saying? To try and push that person to reach
It's
that
like, bro, that
goal.
don't work for me.
And it's like, yeah, no, that I don't work like that. But then you have, you know, me, like I felt like I worked the best by myself in those moments, like when we were in the malls. Granted, a lot of times we had to be, it was 2 to 3 at the store at once, but I felt like I performed the best when I was by myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because I didn't have to worry about
She used to be so crazy back then.
anybody else
Funny.
was doing. Yeah, it was crazy, but
It had me like, bro, okay, so back when I was training, not just you, but like all our trainees that we kind of like left by ourselves, my job was kind of like, and Kiera's too.
to monitor them.
Yeah, kind of like just sneak off and like
I would
see
see
what's
y'all.
going on. That's what I'm like,
I
bro.
would see y'all.
I'm like, bro, I'm not finna like be out here like Mission Impossible. I'm finna stand right up here. He see me, he don't. And then I'm just finna stand right up here. But you never looked up, but you was definitely like super on task, like just flying around the kiosk and shit. I'm like, oh, this nigga like working. Like, and you know, whatever. But it was like I definitely saw like what you was talking about, like yeah, by yourself. And then the numbers showed too, even when I wasn't there. Like, you know, you look at the damn square and you be at like some crazy decent number.
Yeah, I just feel like, and I think that just is across the board. Even like now where I'm working, like
I'm by myself in my job too. Yeah.
Yeah, where I'm at, you know, is kind of set up to where it's somewhat of a team setting. Like we're supposed to work together, but I kind of do things on my own because I just don't like that pressure of having to worry about someone else kind of going off the rails. If I'm in a workplace and I know there's work that needs to be done, I'm gonna get the work done. I don't need to figure out how the work needs to get done. I don't need to figure out I'm gonna do that. Just get the work done. But once you start involving more people and it becomes a team thing, then people want to bounce ideas. Someone wants to be a leader. Someone doesn't want to follow the leader. Like there's always these different variables that comes into play once there's more people involved. And it's like all of this is taking up precious time that could be spent on actually executing the task.
Right. So when we're talking about systems, like with Tom, is definitely I've been really like looking into like leadership and shit. So it's like it's definitely the person in charge's job to instill that time they come through the door. Yeah, it may be it may be something that slipped through the cracks and still be of some disruption, but 9 times out of 10, you come in with like laying the law down, like how it's gonna go, how it's gonna be, and make it sound fair, and even not like a dictator, but like, nah, bro, for this thing to move smooth, I need you to do this like this and do this at this time. Punctuality is key. Telling them what is really what you need out of them, not just fill this out. You got the job,
right?
And it's like, okay, yeah, let's clean this up. I'm gonna show you how to make pieces. I'm gonna show you how to stock this and do that. And it's like, Okay, cool. So, but if you come in with like, some real, I done had different managers that I was like, oh, okay, cool. I actually respect working for you because I can see you really passionate about this and you really trying to not even like be over people like that, but actually come down to a level and actually work with them.
Right.
Like,
Right.
nah, man, I'm down here with you. I got you. Like, oh yeah, them people that it's like they gravitate like followers and people to help them because they automatically get help just by being in their presence just because of the way they are. And it's like, yeah, just be like that. Like Tom.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the run will be the run is imminent, man. I'm like I said, the only thing I'm doubtful of, the only thing I'm lacking confidence in is just me, I guess, dropping the ball at any given point because that's just classic me, I guess. Like it always seems like no matter how
Right. So I guess I just be like, bro, we don't fail so much. Like how can it even be any worry about it anymore?
it's not about a worry or a fear. It's the
At
things
this point, I'm like, it's what it
things-
is.
the things that I have like I put a lot into I put a lot into my art, man.
Yeah.
I put a lot into my art,
Damn
and I'm
right.
sure everybody does.
Yeah.
But
But yeah.
exactly. But through that, like me getting older and me, finding new ways and different avenues of creativity. I really want to make sure that my presence is felt with my art. I don't want to just be another artist. Because at first it was like, okay, it's a lot of rappers, but then that guy, he's an artist. Like it was that was the thing back then. It was like, okay, everybody's rapping. That dude right there, he don't just rap, he's an artist. Now it's like everybody's an artist. And it's like, okay, but that person, they're not just an artist, they're a creator. But then once you get to that point, that creator term is like the line, there's like a blurred line in the creator term because there's so many different forms of content that's being perpetuated nowadays. And not all of it is actual creativity. There's a lot of creativity in like, goofy shit like memes and things like that. Even in some trolling, there's creativity in it. But ultimately, like the true creatives and the true, creative art that I feel like people are putting real passion into is being overshadowed and being overlooked by just the casual creativity, the casual content that's just being made on a day to day, kind of like the shit we were watching earlier from the collab crib. Granted, they looked very passionate about what it was they're doing, but in terms of the content itself that they're creating, I don't think there's any real depth to the content itself. So yeah, it's creative because we all came together and we're in this house and we're finding different ways to bounce off each other and things like that. So that's creative. But the creativity in the art, like how are you elevating us through your vision? Guys, I guess that's just my thing. I still stand strong on, yes, entertain me, but then challenge me as well. Like I want to feel joy, but then I also want to leave thinking about something. I don't want to just leave saying, "Man, that felt
admirable.
That felt good." Like, like that's not enough for me. Like that's why I listen to a lot of music, and there's a lot of good music out. It's like, man, that shit was hard. That shit was slapping. That beat was dope. But it doesn't leave me with anything. I don't walk away from the song saying, man, now I really feel like I feel something, or my mind is working. My brain is pumping. Like it's thinking now. I feel it. Like I feel inspired. I don't get that from a lot of shit. So
And then I also realized that a lot of people don't just get that feeling from the music. I know that I have. And then I've actually come across some that's like, music is just more of a casual thing for me, even though I love, to listen to it, but I don't know no albums fully. I don't know what I've learned that actually fixed my life by listening to music. But it's definitely filled in, some vibes in different spaces.
Yeah.
So of course there's something for everybody, but there is a imbalance of the vibes versus the real, that soul food is Talib would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean that's just kind of where my head's been at, and I think that kind of just piggybacks off of everything I've been saying.
Make it stick to your ribs.
Yeah, man. Like just something that I could hold on to and not feel like I'm hoarding. Like I don't feel bad for going back to listen to.
I feel like Ye was like vibes, but it was like he was saying shit.
Not really. I mean, he was just
in the beginning.
Not really. He was just saying, "Hey guys, I deal with mental health problems."
Well, when he addressed that, like in hip hop, it was like kind of hard. I mean, I guess for certain people, without being considered Christian artists, to like come out with like a song called "Jesus Walks" and perform it like how I performed. I know that's what put my mom on the Kanye West.
But that's, I mean, yeah, it was hard because the machine doesn't want to hear that. But again, if you stick to your creative integrity and like your vision and what it is you stand for with your art, then it don't matter.
Right. So I was thinking about that too. So I've been thinking about a lot of shit. So it's like, so for like artists that like, I know this is probably not true, but do you think it's like just a influx of a lot of artists that don't really think in that space and they just really be on the vibe shit like that? Like those type of people that I just explained?
Think in what space? Like let me
in the space of like soul food.
Oh hell yeah. No, there's tons and tons and tons of artists out right now that can care less about what you're thinking about, nigga. I want you to dance. I want you to shake some ass. I want this to be playing, let this motivate you. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta, do something that shouldn't really see the light of day, like let this, help you ease your mind to get through it type shit. Like I know there's people who create certain things for certain vibes and certain settings, but even in that, there's always the other side to the coin. Yeah. So for the people who are making constant party tracks, let me get a handful of tracks about, that headache when you got home, or like that.
I get what you're saying. Give me some real.
I just want to be challenged, man. I just want to feel like.
I guess that's what's throwing me off.
I'm not being pulled. Like, yeah, pull me out of my own world. But we all have to come back to reality. So don't pull me out of my world and send me back empty-handed. I guess if that makes sense. Like I don't mind catching a vibe and things like that, but at least let me feel something that I can go back now with a new perspective or.
So you want a moral to the story?
Not always, not even that. It don't even necessarily have to be a story. Just give me something to think about. What are you dealing with? Even if you're partying, I know there's been plenty of times we've been in a strip club. You might have been in a strip club. We chilling, having a good time, but there's something just going on in the back of your head that you was thinking about that have shit to do with the club, having a great dance, great drink, food, good. But there's something that's on your mind that's just like, damn, like, what am I gonna do about this? You know what I mean? So. That, like, don't just make it a one bar. bills due, but we drink until we turn blue. Like, yeah, there's more to that, man. Like, yeah, I wanna drink and forget about it right now, but what I'm gonna do about them bills? Because I'm spending money on these drinks, and the bills are due. So I guess, yeah, be real or have some moral to it, but not necessarily a moral. Just I want to feel connected.
Whose line was that? Yours?
Hmm?
Whose line was that?
I just freestyled that. I wouldn't know.
Oh shit! I thought you was pulling from something. All right, my bad.
Nah, that just
I was about to say I ain't hear that one. That must be all full of some future shit.
nah.
But,
Bills
okay.
do, but we drink it till we turn blue. I just freestyled that. It was off top. But,
Okay.
what? I guess. But you know, I just feel like there could be more to that, and there you go. I feel like that kind of proves my point.
That's like a line opener for a verse.
Yeah, like and then that would be them saying, "Bro, that's me addressing some real shit. Like that's me speaking on something that I'm dealing with."
Mhm.
That's how they would kind of address something like that in like an interview. But it's like there's more to that. Like, yeah, I know the bills are due, and I want to turn up and forget about that shit. But what am I gonna do? Like it. Everybody can't go and hit licks.
Hold on, man.
Everybody can't go
you
and
didn't
scam.
just freestyle that.
Yes, I did, bro.
Bills do, but we drink until we turn blue. As in, like, I know the sadness is coming, but
yeah,
I'm drinking. I know you just explained that, but it's just setting. I was like,
I don't know. It was off the top. It was context. Yeah. I told you if you give me
it's
topic,
really the blue part that just like that
it's
really
a bar made that the bar for real. Like, oh wait a second, don't even ask me how. How many entendres was that?
That was nice. That was cool.
Yeah, but I just feel like we kind of fall into that, and it's like we'll leave it to that. We'll leave it to something that simple, or try to load that line. Like that could be one line that's loaded, like you can break that down and dissect it and leave it at that. And it's like, no, man, like there's more. Like I've wrote entire songs based on the thought process of whether or not I was able to properly communicate. Like, not whether or not I actually properly communicated, but the thought process of, am I able to actually come up with the right words to express, to make sure that you receive the words that I expressed and understood them, like took them in before the action was even made. Mm-hmm. I have songs like about the thought. Yes. And maybe that's me being selfish, or me being like, I don't know, a jerk or something. Like, oh, maybe people should think like that or write like that. I'm not asking people to do that, but I'm saying it's not impossible. So you have people who work with multi-million-dollar writing teams and things like that, and they come up with these super calculated, manufactured,
right?
And
even being in the presence of some writing teams and stuff like that, it's just like it doesn't even go that route. It's just it's a bunch of people yelling out like what could be a hot line that people take attention to, right?
Yeah.
Versus breaking down a thought process, because if you go in that route, then
niggas don't want to hear that shit.
There's no reason. No, not even that. Like is a lot of people don't think like that. Think. Period.
A lot of people don't think.
Yeah, niggas don't think. Niggas don't think. So it's like really thinking, like when you talking about writing thought process, and it's like, nigga, I don't even know. Like,
I just do.
But you gotta listen. Is when you reach that level of maturity to be able to listen to that inner voice and to respect it as yourself. And right. It's like,
because I just do. Mm-hmm. I literally just said this episode, I flow like water. I just go with the flow. I don't I don't let external things dictate what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just moving, and I internalize a lot of things, and I process and I analyze and all of that shit. But
and then
all of that is being, calculated, and it's kind of just being stored in like a mental database. It's just kind of being archived in my mind as points of reference to say, okay, this is what occurred when this happened. Okay, this is how I responded when this happened. Okay, this is how this person looked when I made that face. Like, it's just different little tidbits and pieces of data based on the human interaction that I deal with that just become points of reference. That doesn't mean that moving forward now, I'm going to do this because I know that last time. And a lot of times I kind of find myself, I'm not going to say a lot of times, but I find myself in similar situations because of that, because I guess I don't just always assume, like, unless it's been stated to me, hey, don't do this when you're around me, or hey, this doesn't make me feel comfortable, or I don't necessarily enjoy this, then I'll respect that. But I'm just being naturally me. So if I'm just in the flow of motion, and someone's like, why'd you do that? It's like, I did it. What do you mean? I did it. Like, it wasn't the thought behind it. It was just where I was at that moment, and that's what happened.
And that just makes so much sense, bro. I mean, just knowing like how you move and knowing you, or even like in those occasions where there was like some headbutts between you or whoever, it's just different thinking. Some people live in their head thinking about outwardly, and then some people live in their head thinking about the inner.
Yeah.
And then when you're thinking about outwardly, you're watching everybody else, and you're like, this person moving like this. Let me see what he do. Why would he do that? I'm gonna ask him. And it's like, you're not really looking at yourself. And it's like, well, why are you analyzing everybody? Why are you thinking you the dictator of like how things should go? Right. What makes your perspective better than his perspective? Because you lived a different life than what life he lived, and had different experiences than what this person experienced. And this is what they learned, and this is what you learned. So it's like, conversation like this is what clears shit up. Because it's like, oh, that's where you were coming from. That's how now you was moving like how you just move.
Yeah. I just do. Like, I don't.
It's not a disrespect thing.
It's
like,
never disrespect. Because no motives.
Because how other people would see it is like, oh, it's just fuck me, because I would have thought like, nah, I ain't gonna do that to them, or I wouldn't do this like that. But it's like, bro, I didn't even know I was doing harm. I didn't even know I was doing harm. Like, did I do harm to your body? No, it's just disrespect. Disrespect is subjective.
Yep.
So it's like, what do you take? There's whole females out here taking bitch from a dude because it's from him. It's perspective. It's subjective. That's just how he talk.
He bought that Birkin.
Right. And that's just how he talk.
Mm-hmm.
You can't call me a bitch though. We fight.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's
communication, understanding, just knowing. And I spoke on that earlier. As I let people into my life, when I allow people to be within close proximity, I try to express in the best ways that I can. Like, hey, the way that I move is not like how you may be used to individuals moving. Even if you've dealt with someone who may be similar to me, or I might remind you of someone, or I might have similar traits or characteristics or tendencies as someone, I'm me. I can't sit here and say I'm not like anyone else, because I don't know everyone, but I am me. So if you're going to know me, then at least take the time to understand what I'm explaining to you, or what I'm expressing and showing you and teaching you and trying to help you to learn to deal with me. Because I know I'm not easy to deal with. I know I'm not, I'm not a walk in the park, man. I'm a headache. I give myself a headache. So I know I give other people headaches. But people still want to be around me. People still, want my presence and my knowledge and my wisdom and my talents and all of these things. So if you want that, then you have to be willing to work with me and meet me where I am.
Right.
Like Tom Brady.
Like Tom Brady. Yep. Exactly.
And we could get the chip. I'm willing to get the chip, but every time it's like, okay, I'm not trying to be Ocho Cinco and run my own routes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get you to understand, hey, I just want to make sure we're on the same page that granted you're a beast and I feel like I'm a beast. Mm-hmm. But if I run this route, there's going to be defenders there waiting to stop the play because they've adapted to how you may operate your system or how I might operate my system or how we might operate the system together. So,
but you're not thinking about Tom adapting to the adaption.
Well, I am, and that's I'm speaking.
No. Go ahead.
I'm speaking for
My
me.
bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I can't speak for how how Chad Johnson handled his situation. But for me, if I was in his shoes, I would have been in the huddle like, all right, well, what do you think about? Like, I wouldn't just go and run the route. I wouldn't go run a streak if he told me to run a slant. I'm gonna say, hey man, what do you think about a streak? Because if I bust this slant, you got homeboy over there busting a slant too. So they probably think we're gonna run corners or something. They might be expecting that. So maybe I could do like a zigzag or something. Like, I'm gonna bring something to the table to where we can be on the same page to say, hey, you're great and I'm great. But I know your greatness can execute this on its own, and my greatness can execute it on its own. But let's make sure that our greatness don't clash before we move forward and just be great together. Because just history has shown us that, yeah, everything could be great and everything could look awesome, but shit can crumble in the blink of an eye.
Like number 93, Mr. Moore, that's the name. Yeah, we're gonna go with the slant. We're just gonna go with the slant, man.
We'll go with the slant, and then when I run the slant and it's an interception,
it's on Tom.
It's on Tom. But then when we do it again, and then he's like, "Nah, just run the slant." And now you look back at the season, and it's like, well, damn, every time he passed the Chad Johnson, it was an interception. Why is that? It was the clash of the egos.
It's on Tom. Because you did your part in voicing it.
Yeah, it's by society and the general consensus, it will fall on Tom.
And I feel like he taking it. I feel like when I just said like, yeah, we're going with the slant. That's him being like, I've considered what you said, but I have faith in what I'm about to do.
But what it doesn't show is that he's learned from that arrogance of, okay, I took what you said into consideration and I'm going to do what I do anyway. Next step.
He's
okay,
also
what I did,
proven, though,
it showed I made a mistake or we came up short.
Right.
So
it's not 100% that the pass would be intercepted or caught, but if he's just so 95% sure he can get it between these two defenders and right in your hands at the touchdown because he see the play and you're saying I'll be wide open over there, that's fine, but that's out of my line of vision. I want you right here. And I'm going to see you. I know it's defenders there, but I got strength in my arm and the speed is coming right through there and it's going to be in your hands.
As a great, if you're someone who is great, then you can work with that.
Because Kobe will move like that. Jordan will move like that. All those great people will be like, no, I'm not taking everybody's suggestion on the team of what they think would be the better thing. I got to do what I believe is right because I'm the leader.
But
so I
even
got to
if it's
go off
not
of my discretion.
It's just a lot different. Like,
right?
Evidence. I get what you're saying. I just feel like there should be open doors.
You can speak. Doors. Nobody's saying shut up.
And, I mean, society is.
But
society is.
But they don't listen to them. Fuck them. I'm just saying.
I mean,
like,
if you don't listen to them, they're not going to listen to you. So that's the sad
That's
thing.
not true. Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Yeah.
Everybody that they listened to, I feel like they hated it first and then they got used to.
Not everybody.
That was like
there
the top.
Are some.
Well, the ones that are like the top.
No.
It took some getting used to some different styles.
Not everyone, but yeah, I agree.
Name one. Or somebody opened the door for them. Who? What you about to say?
I didn't have anybody off the top of my head, but there's people
I
that
think Drake opened up the door for a lot of the melodic singing stuff because there was a lot of people not even going for that in like label and radio world. Before. At least you wasn't like super successful at it. I mean, unless you like Ja Rule. And then that wasn't even doing it at the level that Drake was trying to do it. But it's like, nah, I'm going real
that's only
R&B.
because there was a damper on it.
What you mean? Oh, because of the 50 thing? Yeah. So yeah, that probably messed some stuff up too.
But, I just feel like ultimately, like, when you have the potential to be great, or if you are able to recognize your greatness and you're put in those positions to where, you have to deal with maybe a team setting or something like that, you should not be so quick to let your greatness define the overall outcome. Don't be so quick to assume that there's no one that is just as great as you. I mean, just paralleling from what I was saying earlier about like, some of the anxiety and different things that I deal with. I know I'm not the only person that goes through those things. On the flip side of that, I'm extremely confident. Like, I'm not confident as a human, as just like a black man in America. I don't feel confident. But as a creative black man in America, I feel like there's nobody who has the mind that I have. Like, the only people I feel like I can really be in a conversation with is a Pharrell, a Kanye West, a Tyler, the Creator. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not too many people who really strike me in that sense of like creatively where I feel like, oh shit, like tighten my britches up or something like, oh, wait a second, let me step it up. Like it's far and few, so that doesn't, I try not to let that dictate how I move creatively. And I feel like I've even like said that to you before, like working on shit with you, like, hey man, I'm not trying to, just take over. Try not to take over the shit. But yeah, like I'm aware of my greatness, but I'm also aware that there are people who have the potential to be just as great as me if they aren't already just as great as me or even greater.
I think it depends. That's different. Like, say I come onto your album, because this is like, I'm just going back to the Tom Brady thing. This is Tom's team, right? This is his system. This is his people, and he's coming into the system. So if I came into this ain't it, like, and being like, hey man, you need to do this, man. I think you need to harmonize with that poem. Like, I'm telling you, man, that's what it is. Like, that's what you need to do. Like,
I don't think that I can't say you specifically have done that, but people have done that. People did that with this, ain't it?
Yeah, and I'm saying
people done that with this.
And
new
what was
album.
your response? This is my shit.
I was open to it, but it was like,
but at the end of the day, it's like,
it's my shit.
Right. That's Tom. That's Tom.
But they're not. I get that. I get that mindset, but it's not like, it'd be different if it was like a compilation. So like, okay. But we never did it. Like we were working on a group project. We were supposed to be working on a group project with,
but everybody in the compilation, I could see everybody having a voice, so it makes sense.
But then when say, okay, so
everybody don't have a voice in football. I'll tell you that.
Everybody don't have a voice in football. Everybody don't have a voice in a compilation. Things. It don't matter. There could be, if I put out a project and it had.
Oh, that's true. Like, if you say something like Dreamville.
That's what I was just about to say. Like, J. Cole could say, hey, no, I'm not. Oh, y'all want these songs to come out? Okay,
so we'll talk. Bunch of songs that it make?
We'll talk about a deluxe or something, but these the 18 we dropping. I don't give a fuck what songs you liked. I don't care which ones y'all played for 10 hours straight. These the ones we choosing.
Right.
And
So
that's what
so
people...
What do you say? Yeah. So
in that sense, then yes, that's some Tom Brady shit because everybody I feel like was involved in the process and kind of had input and things like that. So it was like, well, maybe if everyone can't really agree on this, then maybe we should take a little bit more time and maybe discuss. But once he said, oh, we'll do a deluxe, then niggas was like, all right, bet. So drop that, and then as long as the deluxe is a whole different shit and not just this shit with some more shit, let's make the deluxe all these other ones that we want to drop. Bet, let's do that. Meeting halfway. That's what you're supposed to do as a leader. Not just say, all right, cool. We'll talk about, making it a whole separate album, but then it's just the original 18 with 4 more songs. After you told them we'll talk about, like, don't tell me hey, we gonna release your album after this party. And then tell me, hey, you need to keep working on the album when the party's over. That's not leadership.
No. No.
Leadership is, hey, if your vision is to release this following the party, we should maybe postpone the party. We should maybe sit down and and in different avenues.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Makes sense. Definitely I think we tapped on some key things.
Yeah. I mean, I just been going through it, bro. I feel like it's weird. These past few years,
I think I know what I want to end with. But go ahead. Yeah.
Word. These past few years have been kind of weird for me. I know I was talking about when Flown was here, like around my birthday, how I kind of get like extra depressed. But like, I also kind of get like a weird, not necessarily depressed, but like, I just getting this weird funk around album time. Like when I'm getting ready to release something, Like I just getting this weird funk. So it's weird because it's like a combo. It's a combination of the two, and that's kind of how it's been these past few years. Well, not so much last year. I did do the Black Balloons challenge. Shout out to Flying Lotus. But I dropped that around my birthday. I didn't drop any projects in 2020. Just that and a couple singles. But 2019, man, I had dropped This Ain't It on my birthday, and I just remember being like in such a weird funk, man. Like leading up to that, like it was just like I was just dealing with a lot of shit and relationship issues. There's a lot of external shit. I think those are the moments where like I let external shit get through, and it like shows, like around my birthday and shit like that. Like any other time throughout the year, if I might be like down or coming off as like I'm going through it or something, it's really some some outer worldly stuff, like spiritual stuff that's not really physical. That's really what weighs on me the most. But we could get into that another time, spiritual realm. That shit is deep.
Yes, it is.
Shit is deep. I've been watching a lot of cool shit too.
You put me on after this.
Yeah. Where you said you had some shit you wanted to end it with?
Godspeed.
Yeah. Like the Frank Ocean version or the James Blake version?
Oh shit. James Blake. Even though I was thinking, but yeah.
Yeah. Both are great versions. Definitely. Ooh, I found a mashup. Is this a mashup? A mashup. Let's see. And so yeah, after this, man, we gonna get up out of here, man. So
For sure.
You know, y'all keep on rocking with us. Also, man, I apologize. Anybody who might have, been keeping up with me on social media, I know I did post about the visuals, man. Y'all probably hating us. We've been talking about these visuals for weeks since episode 8, and we did get episode 8 up on YouTube, but these past few weeks have been a nightmare in terms of getting these visuals uploaded on YouTube. A lot of hard disk and storage issues, a lot of like network connectivity issues.
I'm just gonna buy new everything.
Yeah, it's about that time for like the full upgrade. We bought stuff we bought like the visual upgrades. We bought like cameras, lightings, screens, all types of shit, but we didn't buy like
I need new map
the
book.
proper software. Yeah, like we need the software now. So like laptops are like running
Hard
mad
drives
slow. Hard
getting
drives
filled
are
up.
full.
But yeah, it's just proper cleaning and proper maintenance of them too.
Yeah.
I mean, I do need to clean through my hard drive.
Yeah. So bear with us. We will have these visuals for y'all. And they are going to be lit. The guests will be coming in. We'll have more real content, more great content, more dope potting for y'all to enjoy.
Just tune back in, man. Just tune back in.
Keep on
God
rocking.
damn.
Keep on rocking with the rockers.
Yeah.
I don't know. We going I'm just go ahead and see about this here. James Blaker. If it's actually a song.
Oh man.
Oh wait, I know what's going on here. I got you. I know why. I'm learning though. I got y'all.
Sir Joshua.
I'm interested to hear how this sounds mashup. So it's supposed to be both of them.
I will always love you. How I do.
I don't think I'm a fan.
I was about to say, I didn't know it was going to do it.
Let
I
go
don't think I'm
of
a
a
fan.
prayer for you.
Like both of them on top of each other.
Just a sweet word.
No, man. It's ruining my mood.
The table is
It's ruining
prepared
it.
for
It's
you.
ruining it. Nope, I ain't even finna do that one like that. Nope. Nope.
So we'll just
Nope. Just for that, I need just the original Frank.
I was about to say, we'll keep it classic.
I need the original Frank.
Keep it classic.
Yep. With my
Let go of a prayer for you.
I don't know which law or idea that is in physics, but I don't think any of us can live without affecting one another. I think I've been affected. My path has been changed and affected by everybody who I've encountered in my life. On this record, this latest body of work I've been doing, I think it succinctly defines me as an artist.
I will always love you. How I do. Let go of a prayer for you. Just a sweet word. The table is prepared for you. Wishing you Godspeed, glory. There will be mountains you won't move. Still, I'll always be there for you. How I do.
let go of my claim on you.
Hey.
It's a free world.
Free world, baby.
You don't look down on where you came from. Sometimes. But you'll have this place to call home. Always.
Always.
Until it's time.
Kim Burns.
Until it's time we die.
Oh, it's laughing. It's laughing. That is hard to do accurately.
I'll always until it takes
Look, I done figured out. I done got the delay shit down. It is like the outside the real crazy. It's still going. Interesting. How do you? Oh, there we go. That's how you fade it out. Interesting. Well, yeah. That was our show for this week. Hope you enjoyed. Catch us next week.
Sir Joshua.
Y'all know who it is. SCF.